if you're miscontacting the ball, then all the force that you're trying to produce in the spiking sequence isn't going to mean much because you're not going to be able to connect and transfer that force into the ball. So what we need to do is learn how to get into this goal position no matter where we are on the court. Now the goal position will change depending on what we want to do with the ball, but generally speaking, it's going to be in this position here. So I'm at my highest reach, the ball is slightly in front of me, and I have a full palm contact, right? If you're mishitting, sometimes it's going to be here, probably going to miscontact there, whatever the case may be. This is going to teach us how to get to this goal position. And what I want you to do in this position is two things. All right, one, you're learning what it feels like to get to this full position. Some of you don't know what it feels like, right, to get this full reach. You're contacting it here. All right, so this could feel pretty weird for some people, right? But the more comfortable you can get in this position, right, the more likely you're going to be able to replicate it. You're going to try to get that same feeling when you're doing something like the standing spikes, right? The other thing that I want you to do is visualize it, all right? When we're hitting, we want to have our eyes on the ball. So what I want you to do is actually see where you're contacting this ball so that when you're doing something like the standing spikes, then you're going to try to contact the ball in that same spot. If you're contacting it here, you know that it's too low, right? So you're trying to get into this position, and this position is that goal position, right? We have a slight side bend here, arm is slightly in front of me, outstretched, and I got a full palm contact. Now, if you don't have a wall, then something you can do is if you're miscontacting, you're just gonna try to get in this position here just to try to re-ingrain that pattern, the visual and the feeling of what it's like to be in that position. And the other thing I wanna make sure here is that I'm not underneath the ball like this. I'm directly behind it and slightly on top of it. Again, it depends on what you want to do with the ball. But generally, this is where we want to contact the ball so that we're at our highest point and we can create a trajectory that goes forward and down.